Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to discuss about types of simple staining. Mainly, there are two types of simple staining procedure. So, in the last session, we have discussed about simple staining procedure. So, mainly two types are direct and indirect simple staining procedure. The direct procedure is also known as positive staining. And in the positive staining, the object is stained. And another method is indirect staining. Indirect staining, it is also known as negative staining. In the negative staining, it doesn't stain the object, but it stains the background. Look this picture. The bacteria, inside of the bacteria is having always a slight negative charge. So in the case of this positive staining, we are using basic dye. So this basic dye which may react with the negative charge inside the bacteria and thus it stain the object. Whereas in the indirect staining, acidic dyes are used. Acidic dye possesses a negative charge. So this negative charge, when coming in contact with the structures inside the bacteria which is also negative, both of them repel. So the bacteria can't, so the object is not stained, but it stained the background. That is the main principle behind negative staining. So once more about direct staining. A simple staining technique. It is a simple staining technique that stains the bacterial cells in a single color. Many of the bacterial stains which are used in the direct staining are basic dyes or basic chemicals. And these basic dyes react with negatively charged bacterial cytoplasm. കാരണം the bacteria cytoplasmന്റെ അകം it is always negative charge. അപ്പോൾ opposite charges attract ചെയ്യും. So the organism becomes directly stained. And examples for the basic dyes used in positive staining are methylene blue, crystal violet, and basic fuchsin. Next is indirect staining or negative staining. In the staining process, instead of cells, the background is stained. Here, an acidic dye like nigrosin or Indian ink is used. So here the stain used is nigrosin or Indian ink. In this, object is not stained. And this both nigrosin and Indian ink are acidic dyes. So what is the peculiar character? Acidic dyes they carry a negative charge and are repelled by the bacteria. അപ്പോൾ ഈ നെഗറ്റീവ് ചാർജുള്ള അസിഡിക് ഡൈ ബാക്ടീരിയനായിട്ട് സ്റ്റെയിൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ബാക്ടീരിയ ഓൾറെഡി നെഗറ്റീവ് ചാർജാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ബോത്ത് സെയിം ചാർജസ് ആകുമ്പോൾ റിപ്പൽ ചെയ്യും. So what happens? So the acidic dye can't stain the bacteria. Instead, it forms a deposit around the background, leaving the organism itself colorless or transparent upon examination. Look this picture. That's why the organism is remaining colorless. Once more about negative staining. The negative stains are simple stains which are applied to non-heat fixed bacterial sample. So mainly these are used in non-heat fixed bacterial sample. And the main purpose of this negative stains are to view cell morphology. അപ്പോൾ സെല്ലിൻ്റെ മോർഫോളജിയും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ arrangement of microorganisms can be viewed easily because of their and these are selected because of the minimal damage and distortion of the bacterial structure. And here we are using acidic dyes such as nigrosin or Indian ink which are used in the staining process. The bacterial sample, it is first of all in the procedure, the bacterial sample which is mixed with the dye on the slide. And A second slide is used as a spreader to create a film over the entire slide surface, and the sample is then allowed to air dry. So acidic stains are anionic, that is they carry negative charge, so they give up H plus ions. And this is the picture. The bacteria also having a negatively charged surface. So two negative charges repel one another and the bacteria will appear clear against a colored background. Okay, so this is the picture of procedure for negative staining. Here, for the procedure we are using nigrosin as an acidic dye. The nigrosin is used first slide, and in this we are mixing the inoculum or the culture within the slide. Then using a spreader slide we are spreading the smear in this opposite direction, and after spreading the smear we are keeping the smear for air dry. Then we are observing under microscopy. So we can see the image as like this, which we have already told. Image is like this. The organism can be seen as a clear halo with a dark background or black background. So this is the procedure about negative staining. So next we can discuss about another important type of staining, that is differential staining technique. So in the differential staining technique, these are used more often than simple stain as a means of gathering information about bacteria. In the differential staining methods, which typically require more than one stain. So as we studied in the simple staining procedure, we are using only one type of stain. But in the differential staining techniques, we are using more than one stain, and several steps are present in the differential staining procedure, and these are referred to as such because they permit the differentiation of cell types or cell structures. And the most important of this is Gram staining. Other differential staining methods include endospore staining. And this endospore staining is mainly to identify endospore forming bacteria. Then another types of differential staining methods are acid fast stain to discriminate Mycobacterium species from other bacteria. Then a metachromatic stain, that is to identify phosphate storage granules. Then capsule stain, that is to identify encapsulated bacteria. And one more is present, that is flagellar staining, that is to observe the flagella within the bacteria. So coming to this differential staining procedure is actually, it takes advantage of differences in the physical and chemical properties of different groups of bacteria. So we can discuss in detail. First we can discuss about Gram staining procedure. So in 1884, physician Hans Christian Gram, he was studying the causative agent or etiology of respiratory diseases such as pneumonia. And during his study, he developed a staining procedure that allowed him to identify a bacterium in lung tissue which has taken from a deceased patient as an etiological agent of fatal type of pneumonia. Although it did little in the way of the treatment for the disease. The staining procedure, the Gram stain method made it much easier to diagnose the cause of a person's death at autopsy. So, today we use this Gram staining technique, which helps in the identification of bacteria, beginning with a preliminary classification into one of the two groups. So mainly this technique divides the organism into two types, gram positive and gram negative. So the differential nature of the gram stain is based on the ability of some bacterial cells to retain the primary stain. Here we are using the primary stain crystal violet by resisting a decolorization process. It is capable of resisting decolorization process. Now, this gram staining procedure involves mainly 4 steps. First, the cells are stained with crystal violet, followed by the addition of a setting agent for the stain. And the setting agent we are using here is iodine. This iodine acts as a model. It increases the affinity of the cells for the crystal violet. അപ്പോൾ crystal violet അവിടെ ബൈൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്യും iodine. So it acts as a model. Iodine alone has no bacterial staining capabilities. It only acts as a model. After that, then we are applying alcohol, which selectively removes the stain from only gram-negative bacteria. അപ്പോൾ gram-negative bacteria നിന്നാണ് സ്റ്റെയിന് സെലക്റ്റീവ് ആയിട്ട് ആൽക്കഹോൾ റിമൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Finally, after this alcohol decolorization step, then we are again staining using a secondary stain called safranin, which counterstains the decolorized cells into pink in color. Although the gram didn't know it at the time, the main difference between these two type of bacterial cells is their cell wall. അപ്പോൾ ഈ സമയം ഇത് പ്രൊസീജിയർ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച ഡോക്ടർക്ക് അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു മെയിൻലി ദ മെയിൻ ഡിഫറൻസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ഗ്രാം പോസിറ്റീവ് ആൻഡ് ഗ്രാം നെഗറ്റീവ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് സെൽ വാളിൽ വരുന്ന ഡിഫറൻസ് ആണെന്നുള്ളത്. ദ ഗ്രാം നെഗറ്റീവ് സെൽ വാൾ ഹാവ് എൻ ഔട്ടർ മെംബ്രെയിൻ ദാറ്റ് ഡിസോൾവ്സ് ഡ്യൂറിങ് ആൽക്കഹോൾ വാഷ്. അപ്പോൾ ആൽക്കഹോൾ വാഷിലാണ് ഈ ഔട്ടർ മെംബ്രെയിൻ ഡിസോൾവ് ആയി പോകും. അപ്പോൾ ദിസ് പെർമിറ്റ് ദ ക്രിസ്റ്റൽ വയലറ്റ് ഡൈ ടു എസ്കേപ്പ്. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ക്രിസ്റ്റൽ വയലറ്റ് ഡൈ എസ്കേപ്പ് ആയി പോണത്. ഔട്ടർ ലെയർ ഗ്രാം നെഗറ്റീവ് സെൽ വാളിന്റെ ഔട്ടർ ആയിട്ട് കാണുന്ന ഔട്ടർ മെംബ്രെയിൻ ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ലിപ്പിഡ് കൺസിസ്റ്റൻസി ആണല്ലോ ഔട്ടർ മെംബ്രെയിൻ. അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ട് ആൽക്കഹോൾ വാഷ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ ലിപ്പിഡ്സ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ഡിസിൻറ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പോകും. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് പ്രൈമറി ക്രിസ്റ്റൽ വയലറ്റ് എസ്കേപ്പ് ആയി പോകും. കാരണം തിൻ പെപ്റ്റിഡോഗ്ലൈക്കൻ ലെയർ ആണ്. Only the decolorized cell takes up the pink dye safranin. അപ്പോൾ കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി ക്രിസ്റ്റൽ വയലറ്റ് ഡൈ എസ്കേപ്പ് ആയി പോയ സെല്ല് മാത്രമേ ആക്ച്വലി പിങ്ക് കളർ ഡൈ ടേക്കപ്പ് ചെയ്യുള്ളൂ, സാഫ്രാനിൻ. So this explains the difference in color between the two types of cells. So at the conclusion of gram staining procedure, gram positive cell appear purple and gram negative pink in color. So once more I am discussing about this gram staining. Actually this has been used as a taxonomic tool for many years and it helps in classification and identification of bacterial cells. However, it is also useful in broader sense as there appears to be a close correlation between gram reaction and many other morphological and physiological characteristics of the bacterial cell. So, for example, most of the rod-shaped aerobic spore-forming bacteria which are isolated from the soil, it shows gram-positive reaction, whereas most of the rod-shaped organisms which can ferment lactose and are common in the intestinal tract of human demonstrate a gram-negative reaction. അപ്പോൾ ഒരുവിധം സോയിലിൽ നിന്നും ഐസൊലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ബാക്ടീരിയകളെല്ലാം ഗ്രാം പോസിറ്റീവ് റിയാക്ഷൻ കാണിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീങ്സിന്റെ ഇൻറ്റസ്റ്റൈനൽ ട്രാക്റ്റിൽ നിന്ന് ഐസൊലേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത ബാക്ടീരിയ അത് ലാക്ടോസ് ഫെർമെന്റേഷൻ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി കാണിക്കുന്ന ബാക്ടീരിയ ഗ്രാം നെഗറ്റീവ് ആയിട്ടാണ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്. ഇൻ അഡീഷൻ ഡെഡ്ലി പ്രോട്ടീനേഷ്യസ് എക്സോടോക്സിൻസ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ബാക്ടീരിയ രണ്ട് ടൈപ്പ് ടോക്സിൻസ് റിലീസ് ചെയ്യും, എക്സോടോക്സിൻ, എൻഡോടോക്സിൻ. അപ്പോൾ മെയിൻലി എക്സോടോക്സിൻസ് ആർ സിന്തസൈസ്ഡ് ബൈ